Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we have a game with Yorick against a full AD team. In the mid lane we will be fighting against a Yasuo, so enjoy. For the runes, I went Conqueror and Demolish. For the starting items, I choose this time Doran's Blade and went Q first. I feel against Yasuo players, you can win over the lane if you manage to outtrade your opponent. In this lane, the first to reach its starting core item will most likely stomp the mid game. In this game, I got lucky that my jungler ganked my lane. This event is something that you shouldn't rely on, since you choose an unfamiliar pick. Hence, you will kinda get punished for it, and you should be able to win the lane by yourself.
It is necessary. Walk once more.
This play is debatable, since my calculation was a bit off. Otherwise, I would have a huge advantage. Unlucky, I guess. After dying in the mid lane, I avoided 3 ganks and focused solely on getting tabis for one reason. Against this composition, rushing armor boots will render me almost unkillable. Having an active jungler, even if they fail, is a privilege in League of Legends. Most of the lanes were even in this game. And after getting Herald, we managed to get the first tier tower and a second crash. When playing a slow game, the most important rule of thumb to have is to never make the first mistake. Let the impatient players lose their cool before you do. I wouldn't be wrong if I say that there is no such thing as a patient Yasuo player or Xin Zhao. Playing aggressive is surely rewarding, but not against someone who is waiting for you to mess up. After getting a double kill, it is always safe to assume that no one will come to you. Except for a stray support player, since they always roam into the wrong places. Now that I have completed Ravenous Hydra, I feel pretty strong and it is time to make some plays. The enemy jungler seems to be tilted, and it is always good to take advantage of that.
Soon, this depravity will end. Your remains will serve a purpose. Another voice in the cacophony of wheels. The ruined kings.
And here comes the misplay on my part. Some would say that Yorick isn't a skilled champion, and I would disagree. Imagine setting up all your damage sequence or combo on the simple fact of landing your E-spell. If you miss, you are pretty much useless.
She comes for you.
I thought about finishing my mythic item, but rushing Cyrilda's Grudge felt like a better choice. Once I saw Yasuo, I was sure that I can take 1v1 or even a 1v2 if his jungler came. This time, it seems that he learned the lesson and brought Sona, his own maiden. But little did he know, my maiden will be always superior.
The universe craves chaos. I shall perform your rites.
Keeping an eye on the other lanes must be of a second nature when split pushing. Garen was the only threat, and I did avoid him until having Cyrilda's Grudge completed. In these types of scenarios, once we get a pick we can force the Baron and pressure the team into making bad trades in our favors. And it turned out great. I managed to get an unofficial Quadra and we took the Baron buff.
An eternal ring. Your tomb awaits. then your kind will join the mist.
I don't know if it is only me, but I always look to face the strongest opponent in the enemy team in 1v1. Sadly, I was very ahead and I have already completed my core items, and he didn't stand a chance. After some few skirmishes, it was time to finish the game. At this stage, I needed simply to keep the minions buffed using the Baron buff and poke the enemy from afar. My ghouls took care of the inhibitors, and if we played on the defensive because we simply needed to be patient to get our win.
The ruins of these isles rise to smite you. The dead don't hear you, no matter how you cry. What's one more grave?
Make sure to pay attention to your ghouls. I got tower aggro because one of my ghouls was hitting Sona in the midst of all that chaos and I couldn't see him between the minions. If someone was chasing you, and you were sure that he might catch up to you and you will die, simply release the maiden. In the likely odds that you had survived, she might get you some gold or even finish the game in my case. I hope you have enjoyed this one and see you in the next video. Take care.